Morning everyone, I'm Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Today I will recite one of my poems titled Turning the Book Wheel. Books, books, books. I had found the secret of a garret room, piled high with cases in my father's name. Piled high, packed large were creeping in and out among the giant fossils of my past, like some small nibble mouse between the ribs of a mastodon. I nibble here and there at this or that box, pulling through the gap in hits of terror, hasty, victorious joy. The first book first, and how I felt it beat under my pillow. In the morning dark, an hour before the sun would let me read my books. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Marina Ashley. Today I'm going to read one of my story, The Dragon Rock. This story is very interesting, but it's quite lengthy, so I'm going to read only one passage of this story. So let's start. People were happy in the quiet valley of Hazel. They worked hard, keeping their houses spick and span and their children's faces clean. That summer had been very hot and dry, making the farm dogs sleepy and still. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the town would be in a sleepy state. However, the children would always play in the meadow. Their favorite spot was a large, long rock that looked like a sleeping dragon. The children knew it was a dragon. The grown-ups knew the rock it was a dragon. The dogs and cats and birds knew it was a dragon, but nobody was scared because it never moved. The boys and girls would climb all over it, poking sticks and it hanging wet boots on its ears, but it didn't mind in the least. People would sometimes chop firewoods on its zigzag tail.
चल बुलिया ओथे चलिए जिथे वसन अन्ने ना कोई साडी जात पछाने ना कोई सानू मन्ने. Hello everyone, I am here to present myself as Sayyid Abdul Shah Qadri, known as Bulle Shah. He was a Punjabi philosopher and Sufi poet in the 17th century Punjab. दे सूरज टलदे देखे बुझदे दिए बलदे देखे ये दा कोई मुल ना जाने खोटे सिक्के चलदे देखे उस दी रहमत दे नाल बंदे पानी उत्ते चलदे देखे लोकी कहंदे दाल निगलदी मैं तां पत्थर गलदे देखे जिन्हां ने कदर ना कीती रब दी बुलिया खालिया तो मल दे देखे. Thank you.
Today I dress up like my favorite poet Oscar Wilde, and now I will read the poem written by him. Poem The Ballet of Reading Jail. He did not wear his scarlet coat, for blood and wine are red, and blood and wine were on his hands when they found him with the dead. The poor dead woman whom he loved and murdered in her bed. He walked among us the trial men in a suit of shabby grey. A cricket cap was on his head and his steps seemed light and gay. But I never saw a man who looked so wistfully at the day. I never saw a man who looked with such a wistful eye upon that little tent of blue with prisoners all the sky, and at every drifting cloud that went with sails of silver by. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Aisha. I study in grade 2. My story name is A New Friend. Fairy is a dolphin. She found a new friend. Her new friend is Razy. Razy is a small little fish. One day, Razy went near a big boat. She was caught by a fisherman, but Perry to save more air. We should help each other. Thank you.
Writers are those who think through their fingers. Good morning everyone. Today as Maya of class 4th B, I am going to act as a famous poet named W.B. Yeats. So let's start. He is an Irish poet, dramatist and a famous writer. He was born in Ireland on 13 June 1865 and he studied further in London, and he was the first Irish to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 20th century. He wrote 30 poems in his life and all are worth reading. One of his famous poems is Where My Books Go. All the words that I gather, all the words that I write, must spread out their wings untiringly and never rest in their flights till they reach where you are sad and sing to you in the night beyond where our waters are moving. Stormy, darkened, or starry bright. Thank you and have a nice day.
My name is Sancharika of class 4th B. Today I am playing the role of famous Indian poetess Sarojini Naidu. She is also known as Nightingale of India. I am going to read few lines of her famous poem Indian Weavers. Weavers, weaving at break of a day. Why do we weave a garment so gay, blue as the wing of a helicon wild? We weave the robes of a newborn child. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Hello everyone, I'm Tanya from 6B. Today I dress up as my favorite author Joanne Rowling, born in United Kingdom, known by her pen name J.K. Rowling. She is best known as the author of the Harry Potter fantasy series. The Potter books have won multiple awards and sold more than 4 million copies. They have become the best-selling book series in history. Rowling was working as a researcher and bilingual secretary for Amnesty International. Thank you and have a nice day.
Respected ma'am, good afternoon. Today I, Anika, from 4th B from Dancing Public School, dress up like as the famous poet Rabindranath Tagore. I am reading a famous poem of Gitanjali named Where the Mind is Without Fear. Let's start. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm toward perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake. Let my country awake. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care.
Good morning everyone. I Shmeet of class 4th C. Today I am playing the role of Kabir Das. I am a poet. I recite one of my poems. If you want the truth, I will tell you the truth. Listen to the secret sound, the real sound, which is inside you. Thank you. दोहा सुना रहा हूँ. जीवन में मरना भला, जो मर जाने कोई. मरना पहले जो मरे, अजय अमर सो होए.
Good morning, I am Hardik and I am playing the role of my favorite nature poet, William Wordsworth. For oft, when on my couch I lie, vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and my heart with pleasure fills and dances with daffodils. Thank you.
Hi, respective teachers and my dear friends, myself Gursif from class 6th going to tell you about my favorite author and her creations. Paula Hawkins, born on 26th August 1972, is a British author best known for her top-selling psychological thriller novel The Girl on the Train from 2015, which deals the themes of domestic violence, alcohol and drug abuse. The novel was adapted into a film starring Emily Blunt in 2016. Hawkins' second thriller novel, Into the Water, was released in 2017. Am I going to read some lines of The Girl on the Train, which I personally like very much. I am exhausted, my head thick with sleep. When I drink, I hardly sleep at all. I pass out cold for an hour or two, then awake sick with fear, sick with myself. If I have a day when I don't drink, that night I fall into the heaviest of slumbers, a deep unconsciousness, and in the morning I cannot walk properly. I cannot shake sleep. It stays with me for hours, sometimes all day long.
I'm Niharika from class 6B. Today I dressed up as a famous poet, Emily Dickinson. I'm going to speak one of her famous poem, Hope is a Thing with the Feathers. The perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stop at all. And sweetest in the gale is hard, and sore must be the storm that kept so many warm. I have heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in the extremity it asked a crumb of me. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hello, my name is Jia Vora from class 4B. I am narrating a poem about Tishani Doshi, is an Indian poet, journalist and dancer in Chennai. This poem name is The Rivers of Girls. I am Indian missing girls. This is not really. This murmur in the mouth of the mountain where the sound of rain is born. This surgeon's part plangum, tone and village well. This coin thin vegana and saint of bone. This doctor with his wristy tolls. Bye.
Bharat Kokila, Sarojini Naidu.
Good morning, my name is Ananya. Today I am dressed up as Sarojini Naidu. I say it is not to pride, you are Brahmin. I say it is not to pride, you are Hindu. I say it is not to pride, you are Madrasi. I say it is you pride, you are Indian. Jai Hind, Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Hello, I am Karthik Vora of class 6. Today, I am narrating a story of my favorite poet, that is Manmohan Acharya. He was a poet from India. He was also a researcher and publisher, author. The poem is, the poetry is the earth, charming, the river blowing from lofty mountains, nature a young woman, and a heavenly plant with blossoming flowers slinking in the garden of the mind. Thank you.
Good morning, teachers and my dear friends. My name is Akshu from 3rd B. Today I will play a role of a poetess, Nightingale of India, Sarojini Naidu. Now I recite a poem. Lightly, oh lightly, we bear her along. She stays like a flower in the wine of our song. She skims like a bird on the foam of a stream. She floats like a love from the lips of a dream. Gaily, oh gaily, we glide and we sing We bear her along like a ball of a string. Softly, oh softly, we bear her along like a star, her hands like a star in the dew of our song. She springs like a burn on the brow of the tired. She falls like a tear from the eyes of a bright. Lightly, oh lightly, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a bird of a string. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Hello everyone, my name is Amrit Kaur. Today I am telling about the famous poetess Mrs. Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu was the freedom fighter and a poet. Sarojini Naidu was born in 13 February 1879 in Hyderabad. She was known as the Nightingale of India because her poems. She was active in Mahatma Gandhi's non-cooperation movement. She was the first Indian woman to become president of Indian National Congress. She was actively involved in civil rights and women's emancipation. She was died on 2nd March 1949 due to heart attack. Her birthday is rightly celebrated as National Women's Day in India. Thank you everyone.
Hello, my name is Vedharbi. Now I am going to tell you a story written by Johannes Perry. Hedy learns to read. The following day after dinner, Clara's grandmother, Frau Seesman, said to Fräulein Rottenmeier, the housekeeper, go and bring Hedy to my room. I have some nice books with me that I would like to give her. But that's just it, replied Fräulein Rottenmeier, throwing up her hands in despair. Of what use are books to her? She doesn't not even know the alphabet yet. It is quite impossible to teach her anything. The tutor will tell you himself. If didn't have the patience of Saint, he would have given up trying to teach her long ago. Will that it strange? The child does not strike me as being stupid, said Frau Seesman shortly. No, go and fetch her. Thank you.